I was doing a lot of this was like before Boom Trap was taking over. You know, when Illmind came out with Boom Trap, I was doing a lot of like drum switches in inside the beats because in my mind I was thinking like, you know, well, if the beat's playing and the rapper's going and say no hook, I don't want it to be boring. So I would switch up the fucking the drums inside the beat. So taking that idea and bringing it to one of the showcases, the judge would fucking be like, "Yo, it's I see where you're going with it, but it sounds like two different beats. That shit ain't gonna work. You need to go back to the drawing board and pick one of them. One of them. Don't just pick both of them." Then fucking fast forward a few years later, then you got like Travis Scott coming out with fucking what was like
total beat change ups
yeah
within one
three
song.
different beat changes. Like what the fuck? And then all of a sudden that's cool. Like. Clappity clap clap. What's going on, guys? This is All Fresh Chat. Back at it again.
Yes, we are. What's up, everyone?
Hopefully, no distractions, no interruptions this time.
No glitches.
No
none
glitches.
Of that bullshit.
Yeah, we got a brand new camera. Not the greatest quality, but it's gonna keep recording. We don't have to like stop, stop midway and reset it like the other cameras we had. But what's going on, dude? How you been?
Been good. Surprisingly, work was like fast and not tiring. Like, I'm very, very fucking happy that we're able to do something out after work.
Oh
What
yeah.
about you? I know you've been busy. You've had a hell of a 2 weeks. Is it 2 weeks or 1
The
week?
past 3 weeks
Oh,
actually.
shit.
The 3 weeks has been kind of hectic for me, but back on track now. This is actually the first week where we're actually, freed up my 4 days off finally.
And not tired.
Nope, not
Like,
tired.
fuck, it's like, I ain't gonna lie, work fucking was.
Work was really killing the vibe.
Yeah. It was, but it wasn't as bad as it normally was.
Yeah. Actually, that's a good thing to get into is what like kills the inspiration besides work? Because I know for me it's
Yeah, I want to hear you go first because you're like one of my favorite producers. So I want to hear what goes on in Bass's head when
shit.
it's ready for him to
That's like an entire episode.
Fuck it, dude. Let's do it. Fuck.
No, but in my head it's yes, it's work. Sometimes you work your ass off all day and I don't know, it's just hard to turn on the laptop and work on something for me. But mostly because I'm doing so fucking much lately. It's insane. I'm trying to, mix and master like 2 albums. I'm trying to do the artwork for the album. In order to do the artwork, I am learning how to draw because I had an idea of like I don't know if you ever seen the artwork for Sean Price's Monkey Bars or the Mike Tyson and Outkast AT Aliens. How
Yeah, I know that one. That was one of my favorites.
That like anime-ish, cartoonish. Like I've been trying to do that shit, so I'm kind of like learning, learning as I'm going, and doing all that, planning the fucking promo. Excuse me, planning the promos. Burp. Planning the promos. I'm planning how to do basically music videos without the artist because the artist on this on these 2 albums are actually kind of hard to get to because their schedules are opposite of mine work wise. So I'm just trying to learn how to do things, so much that it gets too overwhelming to where I just want to just stop, take a break, and then just play a video game because that kind of takes my mind off of everything.
Yeah, you got a lot on your plate, dude. I gotta hand it to you. Like you're doing a shitload of stuff, and I mean, I would get pretty overwhelmed for doing half the shit that you do.
Yeah,
I gotta hand it to you, man.
it's funny, kind of a little story of our origin story. When we first were in the game, basically the hip hop game.
Yo, I rap. Check, I'm a freestyle right now. Fuck this podcast. Going for mines right now. I got 12 viewers.
Fuck.
Going on 13.
Fuck the beat. I'm gonna go off beat. I'm going for mines. Anyways, yeah, like when we first got into it, and we were rolling with Sonata Orchestration, Desert Eagles.
SODE.
I got overwhelmed because And I can see, like, I don't know if Dumb Guy was going through it too, because Dummy Black Chucks, he was the main producer for SO at the time. And then when they brought me in, I was also a producer, and they brought you in, you're a producer. But the thing was, I was also engineering and I was DJing for 4 different crews at the time.
Was it 4? I thought it was more, dude.
No, it was 4. I mean, I would help out some friends here and there, some friends outside the crew. I would help them out every so often. But yeah, dude, it got to a point where I was like, damn, I can see why like Dumb Guy kind of like fell back and just stuck to making beats, because this is fucking hard. I'm trying to like make beats for one crew, another crew wants to perform more, and another crew wants their shit to be mixed and mastered.
Hey, what my beat?
It was hard to like just get to everybody. It was overwhelming. Nowadays, I'm doing these 2 projects, almost by myself, everything but rap. That's why I always say, imagine if I rap, dude, this should be over for everybody.
Shut shit down.
Yeah.
Like COVID. Oh,
Yeah.
punchline right there,
Oh
dude.
shit.
Don't be
Fuck it.
stealing that.
That's my punchline.
Oh man.
So
My new
yeah,
track.
it gets overwhelming to where it's like you just want to step back and just like kind of escape. And lately, I've been playing a lot of fucking Call of Duty, and
Taking your frustration out.
yeah, basically, man, just taking out noobs here and there. But yeah, just kind of kills the overwhelmness of everything that I'm doing. Kind of like kills my motivation a lot of times.
So when you do get motivated, there's
Mhm.
always that one thing that'll fucking take away all that bullshit. So like, what can you name maybe something that'll possibly motivate you to be like, okay, I'm gonna do this?
Honestly, when I just turn my laptop on and
Okay.
fire up Pro Tools, that's what, for some reason, as soon as Pro Tools turns on, I know that it's go time. And I don't know, just something in me, like I can get lost in just doing it. It's just turning it on sometimes is what kills it. What kills my motivation is trying to turn it on. I should just fucking turn it on and start going.
Uh,
But
um. So also like, do you have a kind of like a ritual that you do? Is there like when you be like, okay, now I'm motivated, like, okay, I'm gonna make something to eat. I'm gonna fucking make a bomb ass burrito or something. Like, do you like have that type of ritual? Because some people, like, I have a ritual too. I'll talk about it later. But
mm,
do you have
no,
anything? You just jump into it,
no,
start
I don't
getting
have any.
busy.
I don't have any rituals. I look at the time, see how much free time I got, fire up Pro Tools, and I just go. Like I said, yeah, no rituals. Um, Inspiration is, I don't know. This is gonna sound kind of cocky, but I'm my own inspiration for a lot of things.
There's
Um,
nothing wrong with that.
yeah, this is just, I don't know. Like I said, I fire up Pro Tools, I fire up Photoshop, I fire up something, and then I'm going. It's just the process of turning on the laptop. Well, I mean the laptop's kind of going slow now because of all the shit. It's an old laptop, but I just bought a new PC, so I'm can't wait to hook that shit up.
Right on.
But I wanted to kind of backtrack a little bit. I posted a tweet, probably like a week ago, talking about somebody should start a Discord group to like for like time management, and I think that would be super fucking dope because the community in that group can like just keep each other in line and check on course with their goals. I think that would be super dope because I mean a lot of times I fall off and fall off course. And it'd be cool to get somebody like, hey, hey, bass, how are you doing on that project? Or, hey, bass, did you ever mix any more beats? Or so I think that'd be fucking dope if there was a group like that.
Yeah, it'd be cool. It'd be very cool, like with close homies too, that you can actually push.
Hmm.
Not the ones that'll get pissed off and they'll be like, "Oh, don't be telling me what to do.
Yeah, you bugging, bro. What the fuck?
Going for mines right now. You worry about yours.
Fuck the beat.
Fuck that beat too."
Well, I mean, we did it one time. Remember with Quiet? It was you, me, and Quiet. We kind of started like a little management team,
Yeah, it
like
was
for each
cool.
other.
It was cool, and then just we didn't stay with it.
Yeah, we didn't stay with it, and plus, I think we were just working on our own solo projects. We weren't working as a group as much anymore. But shout out to Quiet, man. He's still fucking, gonna get him on the podcast hopefully soon.
Hopefully,
Yeah. So,
him
but
and I like to see Quiet, and then EO,
yeah.
I mean, all the homies eventually, and
Some,
then everyone eventually once this COVID shit is over.
yeah. I mean, if we have to Zoom call somebody, then fuck it, we'll Zoom call. But yeah, I think that would be a super super dope idea. If somebody started Discord, it's just time management Discord, and everybody can just keep each other on track with their goals.
Yeah, I agree. It was weird for me last week. I felt like I don't know what happened. Like I was working very good.
Hmm.
Like I was just staying busy, and I wasn't fucking worn out or tired or anything because I wanted to do something, but nothing was happening.
Right.
So all last week it's like I wasn't as busy as I wanted to be, and I tried to.
Hmm.
So I mean, I did little things here like do a quick couple of looper beats for the homie, and I started working on a project as well, but that was getting back into whatever the fuck that was stopping me from doing. So I was tripping out. I couldn't figure it out, man, and I think it would have been cool too with someone be like, "Hey, what's going on? Like, you
Yeah.
staying busy?"
Right.
It could have helped. I
Uh
would
huh.
have I could have used it,
Yeah.
but I think for me too, when we go back to motivation, um, I get motivated by myself too. I think I motivate myself as well.
Yeah.
And that's why I agree with you. I don't think it's cocky. I do hear things, so I mean, everyone does hear someone or something that motivates you as well. Like a
Right.
lot of those motivational speakers.
Right. Motivational
Um,
speakers. Maybe you hear a song or a beat,
yeah.
see some cool like artwork or something.
And motivation for me, I think when I get motivated, or what also triggers me to get motivated, is just the fact that I hear, like, for example, when it comes to sampling uh records, like if I hear that melody or something catches me, even if it's the words in the song, I'll be like, "Oh, dude, like I gotta stop what I'm doing and I gotta get to it."
Right.
Um, and then when it's there, the fact that I'm creating something, and I think also I think the reaction of people sharing that song with someone is what
Hmm.
also motivates me. Like in
Yeah.
back of my head, I was like, "Oh fuck, they're gonna bug out when they hear
Hmm.
this flip or this beat."
Right.
And I also like, and I
Actually,
needed to hear that
yeah. Actually,
once.
the beat you posted on TikTok last night was fuck, dude. I was like, God damn.
That I kid you not, that beat I had it listening to it while, maybe this was the reason why I couldn't create anything, because I
Hmm.
had that song in my head
Oh, okay.
and I just kept listening to it, as much as I could to
Hmm.
making sure I didn't get annoyed of it. But maybe that's the reason why I couldn't do anything, because I just kept letting it marinate. So
Yeah.
maybe it was just like, all right, bro, just fucking chill out and just you're gonna fuck this, or you're gonna fucking destroy this fucking dope ass. You're gonna make this dope ass beat
Hmm.
and just fucking chill out. Don't go too hard working and let that shit marinate like a fucking,
Yeah.
like, let that sample marinate. And when I finally had I sat down and fucking turned on the NPC, I was like, okay, it's go time. Like,
Hmm.
it's time to fucking get
Yeah.
busy.
Fucking go time, dude. Yeah. It's just we're our own motivation and our own motivation killers. What's your ritual is to get into like say like Hundo wakes up in the morning like I'm gonna work on some shit today. What's your motivation?
Um, I have this one thing I love doing. I haven't done it for a little while because of my it's not bad anymore, but my blood pressure was high, so I had to stay away from coffee.
Right.
But what I would do is every morning I'd wake up and I have a French press. So that whole thing takes time. It's not like a fucking the coffee machine where you just put your coffee grounds and then you just start it and then 5 minutes later you're good to go.
Mhm.
Like this one, you gotta fucking grind the coffee beans. So I got the grinder, and then you put it in the French press, and it's a whole fucking ritual. And then you brew it like tea in a way. That's
Right.
why. So it takes time,
Mhm.
but there's something so fucking so peaceful and something so fucking, like, I can't explain. It's just
Meditative almost.
it's like zen meditative. Like
Yeah.
it's peaceful, and then it wakes you up too before you even have a fucking drink of the coffee. But
Mhm.
I'll do everything I need to do, and then once I take that first sip, I'll probably I'll drink the first cup because it makes 3 cups, and I
Mhm.
shouldn't be drinking 3 cups.
Oh
But
shit.
I was. That's what I think I went bad too. I was doing like 3 of those a day,
Damn.
and I would drink 1 cup and read a little bit just to get my mind going, and then once I finished the first cup, and I'd get the second cup and go to my room, and then
Mhm.
that's when I'd get busy and just either look up a sample or just do something from scratch too. I know back when I was drinking the coffee, I would make my own melodies, but it would just get me going. It'd get the juices flowing, like
Right.
that ritual, and it was good. And I like to either if it's in the morning, I'll do the coffee, or if it's later on in the evening
Mhm.
or midday, I'll like to get something good to eat.
Yeah.
Like I'll do the
When
Korean
you remember to
barbecue.
eat, right?
Yeah, yeah. This is before though.
Oh,
If I
okay.
get busy in the morning, I'll stay busy and I'll just have the coffee and I
Right.
won't eat anything all day. But midday, um, I'll get something to eat. So I have this thing too. I like to get Korean barbecue or a pizza,
Mhm.
but mainly rice. Anything with rice. I'm a rice eater.
Yeah.
So get that good food. Get basically it's like the good vibes coming in. Like for me, I know it doesn't kind of sound stupid, but you start absorbing all this good shit, get yourself feeling good. And when you start getting your mind feeling good, you're like, okay, it's time to get busy.
Time to go, right? What motivates you to make a beat as opposed to motivating you to scratch or DJ or any kind of anything else?
I try to I really just don't want to get bored of doing one thing.
Right.
So I may not be doing a lot of other things, but I try to bounce back and forth from either well, before when I was rhyming too, I would either write a little bit. If I feel myself getting bored, then I'll start making a beat. If I feel myself getting bored, then I'll start scratching,
Mhm.
and I try to bounce back from all the elements, whatever it is I do.
Mhm.
Um,
Do you have like a schedule you set out, like an hour I'm gonna work on beats, an hour, or you just fucking just like you said, go?
I just go like when it comes to like scratch practice,
Mhm.
like yesterday, I just got a beat going and I just started cutting. Um,
Mhm.
and I just cut till I feel like I get tired or start to I don't want my arms to get or my fingers and shit to get sore
Right.
because I've done that before. I've scratched all day and the next I'll be out for 3 days because your hands and fingers
Yeah.
are sore. It's annoying. But yeah, I just whatever I feel like, whatever calls me the most.
Right.
So if I've been thinking about beats all day, I'm gonna jump on and try to make something.
Mhm. Anything you're working on right now, project wise?
I started working on a instrumental album.
Okay.
I'm very happy because I did the first one last Sunday
Mhm.
or last weekend. I started when the fucking creative block was in effect.
Mhm.
But when I broke that shit, I started. Was going through my beats and I was like, okay, like it's time to start putting shit out because I got a shitload. I kid you not, and I'm not trying to brag. I got a shitload of fucking beats I've made just on my iPad,
Yeah.
and it's like this, like you're scrolling, like, and I was like, fuck, dude, like I got all these fucking beats. They're all rough drafts, but I got them sitting there.
Mhm.
So I was like, okay, I gotta start putting shit out. So
Yeah.
uh,
Same here. Because you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I don't make beats on my iPad anymore. I make beats all on my phone. I have like 5 different beat apps, and that's how I make my beats. But yeah, I'm the same way. Like one app has a fucking library of them, another app has like a library of them.
hmm
Another app I just make melodies on, so I have like all these melodies. And yeah, I'm the same way when it comes to like I gotta get all this shit off my phone because
yep.
eventually I'm gonna upgrade my phone. So I need to just find a way or find time to do all that shit. But
Yeah,
yeah,
and that's just on the iPad too, and then
yeah.
not to mention the MPC.
Hmm.
So it's time to start putting shit out. That's one thing I think would be nice, even if it's just you and me. We motivate each other. Hey, dude, like release a beat or
Hmm.
work on put something out. Not so much work on something, but release something, bro.
Yeah.
Like I think that's where I need some motivation. And I don't know, cause like I've seen so many memes too, and it must be an ongoing issue with producers is that they work on shit and they
Hmm.
just don't release shit that as much as they should be.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
guilty of it.
Yeah. Well, I think it's every artist because every artist is self conscious about their own work. I'm certainly am. I mean, like I remember I was telling you the other day, I got beats in my hard drive that nobody's ever heard besides me because I feel like they're not good. And you were like, oh, you gotta let somebody hear them. Maybe they might be good because. And I fucking hate it, but I hate it when I used to make a fucking whack beat back in the day, and then you and Quiet were like, "Yo, what's that? Oh, dude, fucking let that play," and then
Yeah,
you guys start writing to it. I'm like, dude, this beat sucks.
yeah, that was me. Like one of the beats on your happy music was like one that you didn't care for, and I was like, dude, that one's fucking the shit right there. Like, let me have that one.
And later on, you grow to love it. So like, I can see why they like
Um, as far as I know, back to motivation too.
it. Hmm.
Um, I know there was a lot of motivation killers for me, and as a writer, as a rhymer, I know just the mainstream fucking rap music was killing me.
Hmm.
Like it was not motivating me to rhyme, and I felt like the new rap nowadays is like a young man's game. Like all these young kid rappers
Yeah, it's.
and
Well, I mean,
you can't.
it's whatever the media pushes.
Yeah, I know there's a whole conspiracy behind that shit. You know, they only allow that because that's how they control people and
Hmm.
keep them fucking up. You know,
Yeah.
you brainwash them with fucking hey, do drugs, fuck bitches, and fucking shoot someone. Like you keep hearing that shit, and you're gonna of course it's you know
Spend money on these designer brands.
yeah. Anyways, that's a talk for another time. Um, I know for a while as a rhymer I wasn't motivated,
Hmm.
and I still kind of now I'm still getting into the swing of things. But it was like the mainstream rap that had me that just unmotivated me and made me not want to rhyme anymore just because I felt like it's a young man's game,
Hmm.
and I'm fucking 32 years old. I don't want to be fucking trying to rhyme like a fucking like a 18-year-old fucking kid. I mean, it just I got too much pride.
Yeah.
Like I can't conform. I don't want to fucking sell my soul.
Hmm.
But I just I was unmotivated, and actually Rockwell kind of opened my eyes again. He said, our era, all the rhymers, the MCs were educators.
Yeah.
They taught you something, and how amazing is it for someone to approach you and be like, "Yo, you taught me this, you inspired me." So, and they just are doing what they do.
Hmm.
So you just do what you do, release, you just release what comes out of your soul.
Yeah.
So it kind of got me like motivated, and I was like, yeah, like I could start doing that again. Like, kind of
Hmm.
got me, wanting to rhyme. Um, in the scratch world, I think I get unmotivated when as far as scratching, I just feel like the sounds get annoying after a while,
Yeah.
and I just feel like I'm just a heavy fucking thinker, and I feel like I'm hearing everything already be done,
Hmm.
and I was like, I don't, it just, everything sounds the same, you know, eventually it does. And then I get unmotivated like that. But then when I hear a fucking fire ass fucking scratch beat that someone releases,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, fuck.
I'm
Like,
I'm there.
yeah. And then at that point, you just start letting shit out. Like, you start scratching and you don't think.
Hmm.
And I think that goes a long way too. And at that point, you kind of just don't give a fuck. If you're doing the same pattern now, you just, at the end of the day, you're having fun.
Right. Have
Um,
you written anything lately, or?
no, not yet. Actually, tomorrow I was gonna start writing or sit down and write
Hmm.
and get the ritual going. I was gonna write to the last beat you made me,
Oh,
where I asked you to use the same drum kits as incarcerated
yeah,
Scarfaces.
it's Raekwon.
So I was listening to that, and I was like, dude, that shit is like there's something there. So before I stopped writing, I did write the hook
Oh, nice.
to it. So
Yeah, I remember you told me that. You said you wrote a hook to it.
I really liked the way the hook came out. What's your take though on constructive criticism,
Hmm.
versus are you open to constructive criticism? Or
I'm
did I mean
open
just
to a certain point. I guess because back when we used to go to the showcases, I Standard showcases. Shout out I Standard, man. They're, super fucking dope
Yeah.
company, man. They're looking out for everybody behind the scenes as far as producers and writers go. But we used to go to those, and actually, right, I have some videos made of it. Uh, we used to go to those, and we play our beats, and a lot of times, I mean, they've told us that we have our own style, which
Yeah.
was, that was the highest compliment we can get.
Yeah, I think that was the highest compliment we've ever received, is that you guys are in your own lane.
Yeah, and you know, hearing that was 1 out of 10, I think. 1 out of 10 judges, maybe more judges, but I'm putting 10 out there. But the other 9 judges were always, or not say not not always, but most of the time they would fucking tell us like, "Yo, that I like where you're going, but I think it needs more." So the next time you go to a
Mhm.
showcase, another drop some more cash on it, and then you go back to the showcase, and all of a sudden a different producer says, "Yo, you did too much."
Yep.
It's like,
You need less. It
yeah,
was
so
always wishy-washy for sure, like.
yeah, and then funny thing is that I was doing a lot of this was like before Boom Trap was taking over. When Illmind came out with Boom Trap, I was doing a lot of like drum switches in inside the beats because in my mind I was thinking like, well, if the beat's playing and the rappers going and say no hook, I don't want it to be boring. So I would switch up the fucking the drums inside the beat. So taking that idea and bringing it to one of the showcases, the judge would fucking be like, "Yo, it's I see where you're going with it, but it sounds like 2 different beats. That shit ain't gonna work. You need to go back to the drawing board and pick one of them. One of them. Don't just pick both of them." And then fucking fast forward a few years later, then you got like Travis Scott coming out with fucking where there's like,
Total beat
yeah,
change-ups
three
within one
three
song,
different beat
yeah.
changes. Like, what the fuck? And then all of a sudden that's cool. Like,
Mhm.
so I was like, this is fucking stupid. And then also the whole like video game fucking samples. Like, yeah, you come out with some dope like sample that sounds like almost like electronic, like video game kind of shit.
Mhm.
And then like a judge will be like, "Yo, man, that video game shit gotta go. You gotta look at more sounds that are more like current." And it's like,
Yeah, it was
what?
gosh, it got to the point where I was like, honestly, no offense to anyone, but I just got to the point where I was like, man, fuck being judged. Like,
Yeah,
I'm not gonna fucking. We had the best time making the beat. But
yeah,
when we made the beats together, we're in the fucking in the the room studio, fucking just head bobbing and just having a good time. And it's like,
yeah,
dude, this shit's fucking hard, dude. Like
yeah,
having the most fun, the energy, and then to get there and then to tell you like, oh, that shit's not gonna cut, that shit's whack, or you need to do this way. So I got to the point where I said, fuck being judged. No offense to anyone, like
yeah.
I'm not speaking any hatred. I'm not gonna let you tell me what what I think is cool,
Hmm.
and it just it sucks. Like you go from having a great time to being put down in a way.
Yeah.
So I said, man, fuck that. Like,
Well, I mean, that's constructive criticism. But then,
mm-hmm.
for new up and coming producers and beat makers, don't. I'm not saying don't take our advice. Like, go and get go and get judged, man. I mean, sometimes some people need that. I
Yeah,
I grew from that. I grew from the first time I went to a showcase or a beat battle, and I saw like what they were doing, and I saw where I lacked in in my shit, and my shit changed up. I've gotten better, and it just sucks that when you try something new, somebody will be like, "Yo, that shit ain't gonna work." Fucking few years later, that shit fucking
mm-hmm.
suddenly works.
Like I think it's good to an extent.
Yeah.
For example, oh, your snare's a little off, or oh, those hi hats, you change those hi hats.
Hmm.
Like I'm open to that, but as someone says, nah, don't do it that way. You do it this way, the way I like it.
Yeah.
It's like in that way, I don't like to conform to that.
Oh, do you remember that beat battle we went to in Vegas when fucking one of the judges was like, "Yeah, man, I can't rap on that." Nah, like
Yeah, I mean,
I ain't making this
yeah, I
beat
didn't
for
make the
you.
fucking beat for you, bro.
If I was making it for you, it'd be fucking totally different. So it was like,
Yeah.
yeah, that shit was fucking stupid.
It's like, who the fuck are you, man? They paid you to be a fucking judge, and you ain't no one special.
Right. I'm not making you a beat.
Yeah. Um.
But what to say? Yeah, dude. We're not bad mouthing judges or anything,
Nah,
but it
nah.
just it kind of hits you, you know, hits you different when like you put so much passion into it.
Yeah. I think that's where it hurts when you put so much soul into what you're doing, so much energy, and
Hmm.
then to be told that it's not good, you know.
Cause
Um.
yeah, cause I know if I ever to like judge a beat battle or a scratch battle or something like that, even like when I hear different music from different genres or different, like I always try to put myself into their shoes. I could think of like how when they were making it. Like I always put myself into that situation. I don't just judge from the outside looking in. I try to
Yeah.
judge from like if I was you and I was working on a beat and I'm thinking like, oh, this sounds dope. Like, oh, like okay, cool. Like I understand. And I'm pretty sure a lot of the judges are like that, but there's
Yeah.
some judges that are like fucking like, nah, dog,
Nah,
that shit don't work. I'm like
I
fuck.
think now that I think about it, they're looking at it through like a money making perspective, and
Oh yeah, definitely.
I think that's where you know kind of grinded my gears.
Hmm.
But yeah, like when I judge, if I were to judge, I'd be open minded for sure, and I'd see what they created,
Right.
them as a creator. What did you create? I'm not gonna be like, oh, you did a dope beat, but it needs to sound like Travis Scott could rap on it. Like
Right.
I just don't. I think that's stupid. That's fucking stupid.
Your shit's too slow. Okay. Your shit's too fast. I'm like, what the fuck?
Shit's in the middle. It needs to be either one or the
It's gotta
other.
be 73.85 BPMs at a F sharp minor in order if you want to make it in this rap. I'm like, what the fuck?
And just fuck it. Do a 3-2-1. Fucking 3 bars, 2 bars, and 1 bar. See what you can do. But that's another thing actually I would like to say.
How do you feel about being critiqued? I mean, you just obviously gave me your opinion, but
Yeah, I don't mind it at all. Like I'm open to you telling me, oh, yeah, like you could change this sample around. Like one
mhm,
of the beat I posted yesterday, someone fucking messaged or commented. He goes, the
mhm,
beat's dope. Um, this the hook that you sampled could be chopped up a little more. And I was like, oh, don't worry. I'm like, thanks for telling me that. I was
mhm,
like, I took a break real quick, but I'm actually currently chopping it up.
hmm,
But I was like, like I'm open to hearing shit like that,
yeah,
but I'm not open to hearing someone tell me, oh, that's not good enough.
yeah,
Like I don't give a fuck what's good to you. Like I'm the fucking creator.
yeah,
And there's a couple of people I've noticed that would take shots on the internet. I don't know why they think, like they're so high and mighty and shit. And it's like they're thinking they could tell you how to make a beat and what to do. And I think I would like to tell all the producers, creators, whatever you do is you are the creator. Fuck him, fuck her, fuck all of them. Like at the end of the day, you're the creator and you create what you like. You do it how you like. You do what you want. Like it's okay to tell you something, little tips and tricks,
mhm,
but I would like to say fuck the fucking old school purist and fuck the narrow minded new school. Like you're the creator, you create what you want.
yeah.
Don't fucking don't let them tell you what to do and to make you possibly not want to create, take that energy from you. So fuck all that
I
bullshit.
mean,
You're the creator.
if you look at all the pioneers too, I mean, they created their own style too. I mean, like for instance, Dilla's style now it's like is known as fucking lo-fi hip hop. Fucking MF Doom style is like sample based hip hop. Fucking just kind of create your own shit to where in my head, whenever I heard like for instance the Red Bull Big Tune battle back in the day, they had guest Alchemist go against Just Blaze. People were saying, "Oh, Just Blaze is better because he has more hits." Oh, but Alchemist is dope because he's for the streets. And like, it doesn't. These guys are two different styles. You can't judge. You can't. They can't. They're not. They're on their own lanes. Like, it doesn't matter how
Yep.
much. Like, that's.
Yeah,
It's fucking. That's a big step forward for hip hop because they created a lot of the shit we listen to nowadays,
yeah,
or inspired the rappers you listen to nowadays.
yeah. That's true, and then also like there's a market for everything.
Oh
So
yeah.
you do something a certain way, I guarantee you, there's someone who's gonna like it.
Hmm.
You know, I wouldn't. I'm honestly against conforming and fucking telling someone you need to do it like this when it takes away you from having fun. Like I'm against that. There's a market for everything, and
Yeah.
keep doing you as long as you're having a good time, having fun with it. Like that's a piece of your soul you're sharing with people,
Yeah.
and just don't forget that. That's what you're sharing. Everyone want you can't if everyone did the same thing, fucking music would suck, dude. Like
Hmm.
if it would be the fucking same type of shit, the same way, like I wouldn't be listening to music if it all sounded the same. It's like, man, fuck this. Like
Oh, dude. You know what I hate is when an artist hits me up and like, hey, yo, I need you to make me a beat like fucking Meek Mill, or I need you to make me a beat like Dre's, 5 a.m. in Toronto. Like,
with some
w-
fucking with the 808s from the drill world and shit. Like
yeah, I was like, why don't you go listen to my shit first, man? Then maybe you might find something.
if you hit me up, you better ask for a fucking bass beat, motherfucker.
Yeah,
Not no
exactly.
motherfucking sounding
So
like Travis Scott.
go to BeatStars and search fucking Drake and fucking what fucking 5 a.m. Toronto.
Yeah, whoever the fuck you want.
Yeah, get off. Don't message me about that shit. Just some people, I know some people don't know how to approach producers. Um, some people think that like, oh, I'm rapping. Anybody can give me beats. Like, nah, bro.
Yeah, you can't even fucking pay for half the fucking beats and
Yeah, but
rapping about new shoes and shit. You can't
yeah,
even pay for your first beat.
what's funny is that remember that that meme of the, I think it was a bamboo, or what is it, a monkey, some kind of monkey. He's answering the like a cell phone, and the guys on the other line is like, "Yo, I just started rapping, man. That'd be cool if I can, you know, you give me some beats, and I'll put your name in the video, and and all in the title and shit." You remember that? You remember that one?
I vaguely remember it.
It's like a, yeah, it's this monkey just answering the phone. The monkey looks all confused. He's like, people make fun of that because it's like
Because it's true.
it's true to a certain extent. It's true to, like, a rapper hits you up for free beats. But the fucking thing about that, I'd rather work with somebody like that. To be honest, I'd rather work with somebody like that because he is. If you guys do like a fucking dope song, he's gonna keep coming back. If you got, and not only that, he's gonna put your fucking name in the title, the producer's name. Not a lot of fucking people do that shit. People don't put the producer's name up there.
No.
Whenever people use my beats, I always tell them, always, and they never fucking do it. I always tell them, put my name right next to yours. You know, l.hundo and DJ Bass
No, I always flipped it with
song
you.
title.
I'd be like DJ Bass featuring l.hundo. Like
Yeah.
that's how much like time I want or credit I
Hmm.
wanted you to be like.
Yeah.
I mean, we had this talk before. Like, I don't think the DJ producer should be in the back.
No.
They should be up in the front with the main
Yeah.
with
Because
the rhymers.
yeah, to me it's like when you see my name in the title, like, l.hundo and DJ Bass, then you start thinking like, there's a fucking, is this producer, like, is he the DJ, is he scratching or is he rapping? What's going on? But then you kind of start thinking about it. It's like, I don't hear anybody else's voices in there. It's like, he must have fucking. Let me look him up. Who the fuck
No,
is DJ Bass? To me, that's more of a, to
to
grasp
get a
people,
yeah
as
to
as
get
opposed
a
to like produced by DJ Bass in little fucking letters and at the
yeah
end of the song, like that. I don't
make
know.
the font smaller too, so you have to like squint when you want to look
Yeah,
who created
and spell my name five. Spell my name with a five before I fuck your ass up.
it.
I can't tell you how many times people got my fucking name wrong.
It's a matter like that one time they called you fucking
CJ
CJ Bass. I was
CJ
like, dude,
Bass.
you couldn't even get DJ correct? Like
I know.
CJ, what the fuck, man? Even though they were the homies and shit, we
Yeah,
we
yeah,
made
but
fun of them.
I just spell my name Bass, Bass. Like, I mean, it's the same. It sounds the same, but
Technically correct.
BA5E. It used to mean something. I forgot what it means.
It was called Bomb All 5. elements. I'm just kidding.
Uh,
Dude. So back to producing. Um, since we got into like what's cool and what's not, what type of beats when you go in there to create?
hmm
Do you say I'm gonna make a, for example, make a boom bap beat, or I'm gonna make a trap beat, or I'm gonna make a fucking lo-fi fucking mellow type chill hop type beat?
It all depends on the BPM for me. Um, I mean, I made a low trap beat, and the BPMs were like 100 BPMs, but it was halftime, so it was basically
50.
50. And I've made lo-fi beats like that, and I've used trap drums on boom bap beat. So I don't know. I don't really conform to a style of beats. So whatever I'm feeling like that day. I mean, I made a freaking just a trippy ass freaking funky beat using trap drums.
So it's whatever it is you're feeling.
Yeah, it's whatever I think sounds good. Um, what about
did
you?
did you?
Do you like?
Well, I'm about to interrupt you right now. Did you
Oh,
show me that funky beat?
I did. I did.
Okay, I think I
I
heard
say you think you
it.
can. I say you think you can rap on it. You left me on red. No, I was kidding.
You got a hot 16 for this? Yeah, man.
No, but yeah, whatever the BPM is, mostly. But if I'm feeling like if we can lo-fi beat needs trap drums, then I'll fucking do it. Or a trap sample or a melody needs like some boom bap trap fucking drums. I'll throw it on there just to see how it sounds. And if it
Okay.
sounds good to me, then I mean fuck, I'm gonna run with it. People might not like it, but I like it.
It's all that matters.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, if you like it,
If I like it, and then if you or Quiet likes it and the homie Philly Mills, if they like it, then I'm good. That's the way I look at it.
right on.
About you, like, what do you just you one day you wake up, I'm gonna make a trap beat, or
I try to how do I say this? Like I've said it before, but I picture myself as a painter,
right?
and like I have a fucking white piece of paper, like I'm about to get down, like,
hmm
and then all it does is to see where it goes, and
Yeah.
you know, next thing you know, like you're there, you know. But
hmm
it does take it either takes for me to figure out what direction I'm going in
hmm
will definitely be the melody, um, the vibe it gives off. So I don't like to go in there. I did notice that when I try to go in there and be like, okay, I'm gonna try to make a trap beat.
Yeah.
Um, I get discouraged for some reason. I think because I'm thinking too hard,
hmm
and I just can't. I get stumped, and I
Yeah.
just can't. So you're kind of like, in a way, you're putting a little fucking hold on your creativity level. Like you're trying to make a trap beat with this fucking melody,
hmm
and because you said I'm gonna go in here and make a fucking trap beat, but really this melody's telling you to fucking make a hip hop beat, boom bap,
Yeah.
and then you're like, I'm not gonna make a boom bap. I said I was gonna make a trap, So
Yeah. No.
I would be stuck wasting time.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you're just wasting time. You wasted time fucking
Trying to do something
trying to
you're
do
not even
something
feeling
that
right
is
now.
meant for something else. But
Yeah. It's kind of you're putting a limit on what you can do.
I do try to go in with the open mind. Like wherever it goes, that's where I'm supposed to go with it.
Yeah. I go in with a blank mind. I don't know if that makes sense. Like my mind, I'm not thinking of anything. I'm just like, you know what? Fire this up and see what I can fucking do. Next thing you know, I made a fucking dope ass funky fucking beat with trap drums on it, and I was like, oh shit, this fucking sounds sick. Uh,
I like those weird ass beats where you just like sauce throwing shit
yeah.
sauce sauce. It's like a painter just that when he has the paintbrush all wet, or
hmm
he's like just fucking different
Yeah.
colors and fucking dude. I got hella Mexican right there with that.
Oh,
But
you
okay,
mommy.
hey, come here. But yeah, dude, like I think it's dope where you just go in with weird, something weird, and it sounds
Yeah.
super dope, dude.
Oh, here's a good question. Do you start with the drums first, or do you start with the melody first?
You know what? I've done both,
Yeah.
just as to play with my mind,
hmm
to see like, okay, like let's just start with the beat, and then normally Me normally I would start with the melody and
Yeah.
I'll feed off.
Yeah, I know. That's me too.
But I did challenge myself to be like, let me just do the beat first, and
Mhm.
it came first with the looper beats.
Right.
I did kind of I get kind of bored and I just want to kind of challenge myself sometimes. But yeah, it's pretty gnarly. Like you will kind of I don't know if it makes sense or if it's real, but you will use a different part of your brain. I feel
Mhm.
like creativity wise.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, I did the same thing too. I challenged myself. One day I started off with the I always start off with the melody or the sample first, and then I go on to the beats. But or the drums I would say. But I do try to challenge myself. I do try to do drums first, and it doesn't always turn out the way I like it, but you know, I can always use the drums for something else. I just a lot of times I make loops. And I just keep them in my sound bank because I don't know if you're familiar with Block's Wave on the iOS. You know, they it's just all loops, and I just bring in my loops, and you know, when I'm making a beat, my melody, I'll bring in a melody and I'll bring in one of my loops, one of my drum loops, and then right there, I make a beat in like fucking less than 5 minutes. And that's fucking. And I'm already feeling it because I already know where I went with it, and you can chop it up too inside of it, which is
Yeah,
pretty dope too.
you definitely fucking utilize that app so much. Like I trip out. Like you'd be like, oh yeah, I got you know my fucking drum kit from the what's the other one, the machine app.
Oh yeah,
You
the
said
iMachine.
I got my drum kit from the machine app. I got the sampling sample. I combined sample and melody.
Yeah.
I got the sample from or the melody from a fucking groove box, and then now it's over here in Blocks Wave, and
Mhm.
like I
It's
trip out. Like
structured. Yeah.
yeah, you would fucking literally fucking utilize all those fucking apps, which is
Mhm.
dope.
Yeah. Going from MPC to straight learning how to play keys, and then you kind of like I mean, you know, you get bored of like using the same machine over and over and over.
Yeah,
And you know, I got kind of bored of the NPC, and then I got bored of just trying to do nothing but keys. And then I went. Well, actually, my shit got stolen. You know, fucking a lot of my house unfortunately got broken into, and they stole all of my shit. All I had was a fucking laptop and my phone. But I started with these apps. I started with iMachine, and I was making some cool shit. I actually did a 30-day challenge doing nothing but iMachine, and it came out really fucking. I personally, I'm proud of it. And I said, you know what? I'm just gonna fucking just stick to my phone because it's yeah, you have access to making a melody with your keyboard. You have your drums on the fucking NPC. You got access to some of the cool plugins you have on Machine Micro. I mean Micro fucking sucks, but you got access to all these. But if I could just keep it on one fucking device, not only one device, but a device that fucking I can go anywhere. I can go to the park right now and go and just have my headphones on and make a beat.
that's so dope with technology. Like when it comes to producing, like
Hmm.
it's so convenient to be everywhere
Yeah,
and make a beat. You could be fucking at the DMV waiting, for hours and shit, and be like, okay, I can make a beat like
yeah,
on my phone. I think that's so dope.
yeah. Plus, it challenges me to be simple, to be simplistic because yeah, you have access to all this shit, but then it's like you kind of overproduce them at times, and
Definitely
every
overkill.
yeah, and it reminds me too, using like some of these because all these apps have limits. They have a certain limit. They have a certain limit of how much you can sample, a certain limit of how you chop shit on the app. And it reminds me of like when we first got our NPC, and you only had like a minute and like 2 seconds to
Oh
sample.
yeah.
Half that went to your drums, the other half to the sample. But you have to utilize that sample and chop it the way you like.
Yep. I think you told me too. Like, you said the key is to use what you got to the best of that machine or program's ability,
Right.
and see what you can create with those limits. I think it was you that was telling me that.
Yeah, dude. Just it's I don't know. It's hard to explain, but you use the limits limits to your best abilities, and sometimes you can make some fucking fire shit. Um, yeah, it takes me back to a time where everything was just like was simple, and I don't know. I like those kind of beats, and I see like people online, and I get I used to get discouraged when I saw like people on Instagram where it's like show me your producer without telling me your producer, and they're going through all their fucking tracks, and it's like 100 fucking tracks. It's like how the fuck like what do you have on each track? What the fuck? Like I don't understand because with me it's like got my sample, my bass line, my vocals, and my fucking drums and my percussion. That's like 6 different fucking tracks,
They probably have shitload of acoustic shit.
rises and drops and all. Yeah, I mean that's if they're making like EDM, then that makes sense. But when I make EDM, it's not as much. I mean, probably it's the most tracks I put into a beat, but I mean, still try to make it as simple as possible. Um, what about you? How do you feel about these apps? I know you use
I
you
like
use
them.
Groovebox, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like Groovebox. It's dope just because it has a very very big sound selection.
Yeah.
I started noticing, a lot of it will end up sounding the same. I kind of got bored of that, but it's dope. Cause like I do like to make melodies, and it's just dope having, all those sounds right here, as
Mhm.
opposed to having to go to this analog machine, that analog machine, that analog machine, and fucking waste time.
Mhm.
I mean, it's just you're just saving yourself so much time.
Yeah. Plus, some of these sounds on here are like insane, dude.
Yeah,
Some of these, yeah, they're crazy. Like they're super dope.
there's a lot of dope ones too, bro.
Yeah. Oh, and that's another thing too was that like how everybody nowadays is using like TrackLib and they're using Splice.
Uh
I'm not sure if
huh.
these samples are in those programs, but I mean I've heard some fucking dope fucking samples in these programs. There's like the secret's out now, but you know some of these samples you can't get anywhere. That's why I like
Oh,
es-
like in Bloxwave.
Bloxwave and
Okay.
like fucking Groovebox and iMachine.
Yeah, Groove Bloxwave has, I think they only submit whatever whoever makes those sounds
Hmm.
submits only to them, and it's dope.
Yeah, and like I don't know if you can get these sounds anywhere else, but like that's like to me it's a cheat code because like coming from you and me coming from the old school where we sample heavy with records. When people ask like, "Yo, that's a dope beat. What sample is that?" Like, you can't fucking find that today, dude.
Get your dig on, bro, because I ain't gonna ask you.
Keep the fucking stepping.
I
Yeah,
chopped this sample up so much you'll never figure it out.
yeah, no. But yeah, that's what to me.
Don't be going through my records. You know what? Go home.
You know what? No, turn this shit off, man. Fuck you.
You've heard enough of this fucking fire ass beat. Fuck up out of here.
So yeah, dude, and like to me, that's fucking dope because like no, not everybody can get has access to the same samples I do. But like I said, the secret's out now, but I don't care anymore, man. I'm here to make just some of the fucking best shit I've ever made in
You
a
know
long
what?
time.
It kind of does get me annoyed though. Is that it's getting easier to be a producer. Everyone,
Well, Beatmaker.
yeah, beat maker. Um, I'm learning fucking the piano, and all the scales and
Hmm.
all the keys, and different keys and scales and the chord progression, all that shit.
Hmm.
And shout out to all the YouTube teachers, whatever it is you teach. Gosh, you guys are the MVPs. You guys fucking are taking the time to share some knowledge. Um, but anyways, I've been watching, like, on Instagram. They'll have a couple of those commercials. Those
Hmm.
paid commercials,
Oh
and
yeah.
it says, "Oh, I make beats and I can't do anything, and I don't know chord progression." Next thing you know, there's a fucking program or some type of whatever it is that'll, like a plugin, I think maybe.
Hmm.
You download it, and then it'll give you your chord progressions and your different ones, like inversions, and your sevenths and ninths,
Yeah.
and it just basically you're not playing or you're not learning. You're just picking it, and it's giving you the chord progressions in that key,
Right.
and then like boom, there you go. Like it's not even like easy. It's becoming way too easy. And
Mhm.
I, as me being a creator, I wouldn't feel like I'm creating. It kind of feels like that's fucking cheating. You know.
Um,
So I mean,
as
this might fucking you might have a different opinion on it.
yeah, as a beat maker, it's cheating. But I mean, back in the day, we would get samples and chop them. I mean, unless you're getting this fucking. I mean, we you and me know when you that day you found out that like say like your favorite producer that was that would be sample heavy. The day you found out that the sample they chopped up is actual loop, it was kind of a letdown.
Uh,
And to me, as the beat maker, you know, if you get a loop from Splice or you get a loop from TrackLib, and you don't, and that's all it is, just a loop. As a beat maker, as old school beat maker, I think that's cheating.
I feel the same way
I'd
too.
much rather get that loop, fucking chop it, reverse it, do some effects on it, and just make it sound like you don't know it's that loop that everybody download because it's on the popular page. As soon as you sign into, no, I'm just kidding. Yeah, no, like, but that,
Yeah, even
um,
that too, like the loops. I didn't think about that, but it's annoying too. Like they're just taking this loop and they're not doing anything with it, and it's a dope loop that someone created, and you're just plugging, pasting
yeah,
your fucking melodies, your fucking your drum loops.
hmm
Like it's becoming, it's just it does kind of piss me off. Like,
yeah. No, as a beat maker, yeah, you mean I understand what you're saying. As a producer, though, I mean, whatever can drive you to create a dope song. To me, that's what more important to me. Because I mean, I'm not gonna lie, there are times where I hear a fucking loop that I really like, and that's all it is. It's just a loop, and I threw my drums on it.
yeah, no, that's a good point too. Like, there are those loops
But
that are dope as fuck, and it's so dope that you don't want to chop it up. Like, there's records I've sampled where
mhm,
the melody is so dope. It's like that's that one you got to leave alone.
yeah,
Like, I think there's nothing wrong with that and doing it every now and then. But if you're gonna call yourself a beat maker and that's all you do, I don't think
yeah.
that's not good at all. I mean,
And for anybody that doesn't know, the difference between a beat maker and a producer is, a beat maker is all about just making beats. That's all they worry about. A producer not necessarily only makes beats, but he produces the song. He might make the beat today, but then like a month, a year, 2 years from now, he's had this song idea in mind, and then he finds the right artist, and they makes this fucking great song. That's difference between a beat maker and a producer. A beat maker can probably make 100 beats in a day, as opposed to a producer that can make like one beat every week. With ideas and shit, and driven, song driven ideas to me. Um, but yeah, as far as a producer goes, I think it's sometimes it yeah sometimes all you need is a loop.
yeah,
What's his name? Drake's producer. I think it was 40. He said that if you find a sample it, make a beat, and then build sounds around that sample to where you can just completely remove the sample.
yeah. See, that's dope too. That's a whole different thing.
Hmm.
That's if you're adding to it,
Yeah,
that's real dope. That's more power to you.
yeah.
Um,
But yeah, that's this good episode, man. This is actually fun.
yeah, we're getting into some shit,
Yeah.
and like I'm not hating either. It's just like I don't know, maybe because like my mind is set to where like when I'm doing this because it's fun. Like
Hmm.
I'm fucking creating something or making something,
You're putting your soul into
and you're
it.
putting your soul into it, and someone I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to hate, but is it because they're doing that quick for a quick way to try to get money? You know, I mean,
Here's a little hack. Something I'm learning to do now is make your melodies. Say like one day you wake up and just just practice this. whoever's listening, if you're a music producer or if you're a beat maker, practice this too. Just make a day where you make nothing but melodies. Make some fucking dope fucking fire melodies that you like. Even if it itching you to add a fucking drums to it, don't. Make a melody, mix it however you like, move on, make another melody. Do that for a day. Keep that shit in a sample library, like in your own like little personal stash. I mean, I got mine on my personal stash. And then another day, work on nothing but making drum loops. Fucking beatbox some shit. Fucking and then fucking put drums on that to make it to like sound just like it, using different drums, of course. Then put that into a library. And then when you're feeling uninspired, one day just fire up, your DAW, whatever you're using, Pro Tools, Studio One, Ableton. Bring in one of your samples, let it play for a bit and start like, okay, cool. And then you bring in one of your fucking drum loops. And then you start, you feel like, oh shit, you made a fucking beat in less than 5 minutes.
Okay.
That's,
I've never I've done that with melodies, but
Mhm.
I've never thought about doing that with drum kits
Yeah,
or
dude,
or drum loops.
it's insane. It's fucking super. It's a hack. It's one of my hacks that I like to do, especially because like I said, Blocks Wave, they only play loops on there, which you can chop up, which is cool. But they only plays loops on there. So I bring in one of my melodies. Say if I'm in the studio with somebody and somebody's like, "Yo, you think you got any beats?" I'm like, no, but give me 5 minutes. You go and you put your fucking sample in. You import your sample. You import your fucking drums. Sometimes you can make the bass line right then and there.
You come back.
Here, I forgot my power, my aux cord. Fuck. So yeah, dude,
You just put it by your ears to hear it.
So here, check it out. But yeah, dude, just try it. It's a good exercise, and you'll see like the fucking like, oh shit, I'm making fucking beat. I can make fucking 10 beats today
I'm about to
doing that
try
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that's a cool little hack. A cool little hack for everybody. Hopefully, you guys can follow it. Speaking of follow, please follow us. I'm at DJ BA5E. Spell my name with a 5 before I fuck your ass up.
DJ BA5E, better put 5 for fuck your ass up. I can't find you.
Oh shit.
I'm on IG l.hundo. Keep it simple. Just find me on IG or TikTok.
And follow us, the Off Fresh chat. Aw is AHHHH, 4 H's. Fresh, of course, FRESHCHAT. Off Fresh chat on YouTube. And you can follow us on Instagram too, is official Off Fresh. And this was a fucking dope episode, man. I'm actually happy with this one, man.
Yeah, I got one more question for you,
Oh shit.
if that's cool.
What's up, man?
So, was there ever a time where you were gonna quit, creating, and then something motivated you to just not quit?
Yes. But I guess we have to find out in the next episode.
Okay, to be continued.
Yes.
Continue. Oh, you can still see me. Shit.
All
Great. Not funny.
right, peace, guys.
Late.